Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope you all are doing fantastic today. Well, that was incredibly strange. My headphones kept wanting to connect via Bluetooth. And that doesn't do exactly what I'm looking for. But anyway, now that I got that figured out, we are good to go. We are going to continue playing Elder Scrolls Online, specifically the Shadows of the Worm Cult expansion, part 2. And I'm hoping with this stream we can finally get to wrapping it up. 'cause I'm very much looking forward to moving on to other games. Alright, stop the music.
Journals did not do this vault
And it seems the
justice.
pendulums block our path. Tepivos, a moment.
Okay. So to refresh our memory, Mani Kai, a bright throw Argonian aiding the Cirque Fellowship, wishes to speak with the leader of Zora Hiss, that the village is under threat of a worm cult attack. She needs my help to light the village's signal pyres. There's a large cavernous space deep in the temple that contains what appears to be an upside-down Zanmir. I should speak with Mani Kai and Zyka Elon about how to proceed. I just butchered their names.
It saddened me to see these halls in disrepair. But look at the beauty of this site. An inverted Zanmir? Great pendulums blocking our path? To think, we considered such wonders lost to us. Perhaps it is my turn to contribute to your efforts.
What do you have in mind?
The Stone Nest people have made our homes in many a cave and crevice across the island. As such, we Death Dancers may be called to difficult-to-reach places to perform our duties. So I offer you my grapple.
A grapple?
I trust you know how to use it. I imagine it will come in handy where the temple walkways have collapsed. And by the way, be careful. The temple walkways may collapse.
Thanks for the heads up.
The translated passages did not prepare me for this breathtaking sight. It is by the will of the Hist that we have found this marvel. I am sure of it. What do you make of these notes, friend?
The notes mention a vault, guardians, and a control stone.
Maskrona. Such a remarkable creation. I have seen a few of these ancient statues around the island. Could these ancient creations be more than that? But the translator, Jaziz, he seemed to believe the vault is protected, yes?
Yes, his notes mention these 3 counterweights and pendulums.
These types of protections are rare, but not unheard of. We should venture farther into the temple and find these counterweights. I am certain they will be the key to accessing the vault. And did I see the Death Dancer give you a grapple?
Yes, how did you know that?
The observant Brightthroat is rarely eaten by the hungry Wamasu. Keep your grappling hook at the ready. I have a feeling the state of this temple's deterioration will only worsen the deeper we go. Is an adventurer's life always like this?
It certainly can be.
Let us seek out the counterweights mentioned in the Builder's Journal. I am certain they are key to finding this Vault of Guardians.
I'd like to ask you more about these journals.
Yes, their words have stuck with me as well. Though I am uncertain as to whether I gleaned more from those dusty pages than you did. But please, ask away.
Is this temple like any you've explored in Murkmire?
Unfortunately, training to be a root herald does not require extensive exploration of Zanmirs. But I can tell you with confidence that the temples on Solstice are in remarkable condition for their age.
Why do you think that is?
I believe it is due to the silence of their Hist. It did not compel the Stone Nest to leave their Zanmirs, so instead, they have maintained them and continue to live in their chambers.
But not in this temple?
And how funny is it that the roots of their Hist tree forced them to abandon this temple? There is poetry to that, I am certain of it, but I have not an artist's patience.
What do you know about the what do you know about the builders?
Very little. Much of their history was lost when my people abandoned our Zonmirs. It is why I so desperately wish to learn from the stone nest on Solstice. As far as I can tell, they are a direct link to these ancient people.
And Zenning Muse was one of the builders?
That seems to be the case, yes. His title, Life Carver, is also of great interest to me. I have seen already how the stone nest lift up artisans into roles of leadership. It seems the builders did the same.
The pendulum swings now, Tempe Boss.
You are afraid of death, Denver.
Large fish. And let me guess.
There are none left
For
to
you
stand
it
against
is
us.
spiders.
They have far too many lives, each hungrier for blood.
You met your match.
And another begins to swing. Zika, are you flirting?
What? No. I did not mean. No.
is clear. At least as clear as swinging pendulums will allow.
You do not seek the athletic sort, Manikai. Do you have what it takes?
I thought the plan was for you to carry me across.
Crap. I was gonna say, pretty sure this is not gonna work. Worth a shot, I suppose. Hello. Ow. Of course.
Move your feet. Get moving.
Whoa.
Song still my beating heart.
Holy crap.
This is incredible.
To think all of this was hidden just beneath our feet. We should speak, Tepi Voss. It seems I owe you and Manikai an apology. I was brutish in my refusal to heed her warnings. To think I may have cost Zor Hiss the protection of these guardians. Now, let us find a way to activate them.
Builder's Journal mentioned a control stone.
A control stone? Stone Shaper Tojka has long studied these Vosgrona, but I have never heard him mention such a thing. Could it be what this guardian holds in its hand?
Maybe. You know a way to release it?
Stone, guide me. The writings of Cynic Muz seemed to imply a loss of faith in his fellow builders. Could that be the key? Perhaps he hid the control stone behind an act of trust?
An act of trust?
In our youth, my clutch siblings would seek out builder mechanisms like the counterweights outside the vault. They were tests of faith, skill, determination. The key to accessing the control stone must be trust. Join me on the next level.
Okay.
Manikai, I believe we must seek out pressure plates on the level above. Come.
Whatever you say, Prickly Pear. I trust you.
Now is not the time for cute names, Tree Frog. Mainlander, approach the Center Guardian.
Tree Frog. I like that.
Wow. Wait, you want me to go higher? Wait, what? How the hell? Oh, it says it shows above, but it's really... Wow.
Now, Mainlander, take the control stone from the Guardian's grip.
Look at Zika solve puzzle.
Join us up here.
Impressive.
Let us see if this stone can call the Guardians to Zor Hiss's aid.
hands are moving.
This event is worthy of a mural, friends. They're headed toward the village. I will go on ahead and inform Stone Shaper Toshka.
East guide you, Death Dancer. Friend, let us talk before we return to Zorhist.
Okay.
When I first heard the Hist's cries, I never expected to be led to a discovery as stunning as this. To talk in the halls of the Builders is truly an honor.
Will these guardians be enough to protect Zorhist?
If the journal spoke true, their creators intended for them to act as defenders of their people. Let us hope that we have given the Eggkin of Zorhist the edge they need to face the Necromancers.
What happens next?
No doubt Zika is apprising the Stone Shaper of what we accomplished. I hope he will be grateful enough to allow me to remain in Zorhist to study its ancient stones. But, just in case, I will linger here a moment to take notes. You go on ahead. Go on ahead. I wish to take in this marvel a moment longer.
Okay.
The necromancers have attacked the village and Vaskrona.
Do not... To arms, friend. We must protect the Stone Shaper.
I never thought I would be so happy to see Mingling.
Now, take it down. Stone Shaper, to me. I will protect you. Haste grants you the chance to do so.
Come on. Jesus. Wait, is that Isabel? Where the hell is Isabel without clothing? What the hell? How'd she lose her armor? Where the fuck is her weapons? She's supposed to be healing me. Oh god! Bad time for my keyboard to get stupid. No! Oh my god. Oh, this is terrible timing. Why is this happening? Jesus.
I will get the Stone Shaper to safety and help clear out any remaining cultists.
What the fuck is going on with this game?
I wish to commune with the Hiss.
Dude, what the hell?
And give it my thanks, if you please.
This is ridiculous. Come on, fix. Why are we... What the hell? Stop! Dude, I can't get my guy to... Oh my god, that was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell that was all about. That was super weird. Okay.
Can you feel it, friend? The gentle breeze. The return of buzzing insects. I do not even need my chimes to know that the Hiss has calmed.
Your mentor would be proud.
That is kind of you to say, but I did not do this for him. I needed to prove to myself that I could one day be a leader. I thought I would do this by aiding the Sturk Fellowship.
Have you changed your mind?
Of course not. But while aiding the people of Tamriel is an achievement, saving the villagers of Zorhist and reconnecting with my own ancestors, that is my first step toward becoming a Root Herald. Now, allow me this moment with the Hist.
Okay.
Check on the Stone Shaper. I will join you momentarily.
Mainlander, I would appreciate a word. A moss of suspicion covered my eyes when you and the Brightthroat arrived in my village. It was wrong of me to judge you on preconceived notions alone. My scales shudder to think what would be left of Zorhist had I turned you away.
We summoned the Vascrona with this control stone. You should have it.
The wonders of our ancestors never ceased to amaze me. I do not know if I will ever be able to repay this debt, but I have an idea where to start. The Sturk Fellowship needs warriors, yes?
Monikai was sent here for
Then
looking for
consider the
support.
stone nest of Zorhist allies. We will need time to recover, of course, but we will send supplies and our most skilled warrior, Zika Ilan. I hope you have not grown tired of his gruff tongue yet. Zika Ilan, you will aid the Sturk Fellowship as an envoy of the Stone Nest and in your duties as a death dancer.
And I will do so with the strength given to me by the stone. Tepi Voss, Little Stone. It seems we will be seeing more of each other. I have grown particularly skilled at cutting down cultists as of late. I am certain I will be worth at least 20 or 30 of your... You mistake me, Mainlander. While at first I meant it as an insult, I now say it with the utmost respect. You are the first stone that leads the avalanche, and your deeds decorate the mountainside of our history.
Are you still going to call me that when we fight side by side?
Not if it embarrasses you. Well, perhaps even still. Know that when the battle is won, I will dedicate a year to the carving of your mural within Zorhist. Your name will be remembered for seasons unending.
Okay.
I can hardly believe it. Have we truly won the support of the Stone Nest? Please tell me that my ears did not deceive me, friend.
He's grateful for our help and has agreed to support the Strict Fellowship.
Thank the Hist. That is wonderful news. Did he mention if I can stay and study the ways of the Stone Nest? Oh, wait. Better to ask forgiveness, yes? Now, has he said what aid he will offer?
He'll send supplies and allow Zyka Elon to join Alliance.
My bog cup overflows with trapped flies. All the more opportunities to pester him about his culture and their practices. I cannot wait to show him around Sunport. There are many foods I wish for him to try.
Okay.
You have done more than just secure aid. You helped save this village and unearthed a secret lost to time. Take this, friend. I await our reunion on the battlefields of Solstice.
Oh, okay.
I will not soon forget our time together, friend. I do not know what the future brings, but I plan to enjoy my time on this island while I can. Perhaps I will take Zika to Sunport and show him the city. I am certain he will hate it.
Has his song calmed?
The difference is night and day, friend. What was once a rushing mudslide is now a trickling river. It is strange to me that these Eggkin cannot hear its song, but that is all the more reason to be grateful that it brought me to them.
And now they trust you with their
What is
secrets?
the phrase these Stone Nest use? Tongue like a stone knife? This is not about what I have gained. The Hist song led us into that temple, down to those guardians. Without my chimes, they would never have heard the Hist's warning.
Is that why your wind chimes were enchanted?
A simple protective enchantment. Do you think it easy to bring such a delicate tool across the seas? I understand your trepidation. The Hist song is a mysterious force. It cannot be touched or measured. It asks, I ask, only for your trust.
Monikai, did the Hist really call you here?
Does it matter? We did something good here. We saved lives. Enjoy the day, hero. After all, we do not know how many we have remaining.
Okay.
Zika! Now that we will be working together, can I ask you a few questions?
I believe Stone Shaper Toshka would make for a better teacher.
Now, Zika, do not dismiss yourself out of hand. You are an excellent teacher.
As you wish.
This is going to be so much fun.
Okay. On to the next one. Oh, crap.
We need you in the fight.
The Hermit in the Hills. Yeah, let's go do that first. See what that consists of.
Who goes there? I warn you, these old scales are not as brittle as they look. I warn you, if you are one of those death cultists or a bandit come to rob me, you will not be the first to fail in such an endeavor. This hermit knows how to take care of herself.
Wooleen asked me to deliver this to you.
Ah, my stone soup from Zorhist. I do appreciate the meals they send me. Even this old hermit sometimes misses the comforts of the village. They always send more than enough. If you prepare it, I will happily share a meal with you.
You want me to cook the soup?
Yes, that would be nice. I move much slower these days. More suited to stillness now, like the stone. But I would enjoy sharing a meal with a visitor. It doesn't take long to prepare. Put the cook pot in the fire and remove it before it burns.
Happy to make the soup, and I'd love to share a warm meal with you.
Thank you, stranger. The nourishing experience of stone soup is always better when shared with pleasant company. Take your time. Hesychla will wait and commune with the ground beneath our feet.
I'll have it ready in no time.
Hesychla's old limbs do not bend like they used to. Please put the cook pot on the fire, and soon we can both enjoy the stone soup.
Don't you get lonely living out here?
No one is truly alone when they can hear the stone's encompassing song. But I do enjoy it when Zorhist sends a courier with a meal and news of the village.
What about the worm cult? You'd be safer in the village.
I am safe enough, stranger. The corpse robbers came by once, but I showed them that the stone protects its people. I've not been bothered since. Now about that stone soup.
Interesting.
Stone soup. My favorite. My mouth waters just thinking about it. Pass me a bowl of that delicious meal, please. Excellent. It smells delicious. Please let us savor the meal and enjoy the company.
Is there anything else you need before I depart?
You have done more than enough for old Hesychla. I will be fine. Thank you for making the delivery for young Wooling Kerr. He would have never made it past the cultists. Now please, take this. It is time for this old hermit to return to her solitude. If you have time, sit, share a meal with me. The stone soup tastes wonderful.
Well, that was a nice, quick quest. And I think That puts questing. $13. What the heck is this place from? Wait. Dang it.
Nice placement. Now that I know you can get yourself out of a pinch without getting caught, it's time to put that new skill to use. Sneak around that worm cult nest. I'd go with you, but I'd only slow you down. Information. Anything you can get your hands on. Listen in on private conversations. Read important-looking messages. Those sorts of things. But don't get caught. If one cultist noticed you, they'll alert the rest, which would complicate everything.
Are the cultists that organized?
I watched them drill an intruder protocol. Once you get into their camp, you'll see some penitents holding bells. If those bells sound, everyone snaps to attention. Try not to let that happen, and keep an eye out for the ones carrying lanterns.
Why?
They're unusually keen-eyed. I tried to get close to one and she spotted me well before she should have. It's the same with the Death Hounds. They're both trained to notice anyone who appears out of place.
The shackle would be complete by now.
Oh, crap. What the heck?
The Elf Prince brings a royal sort of glass to our
You doubt the staff of Magnus's power? Well, this should convince you.
Oh. This guy.
Impressive.
Child's play. My time is better spent preparing the spells few others can wield with the staff of Magnus.
Taking the Staff of Magnus from those mages wasn't hard.
Why did we resurrect Prince Naaman? Dark Adept Varese doesn't even like him.
Because no one else can control the Staff of Magnus.
That staff better be worth dealing with his entitled demands.
Over here.
There are quite a lot of cultists around here. Hopefully their numbers made them lazy, and you found the information we need.
I found these letters.
So they brought the prince back from the dead to wield the Staff of Magnus. I don't like the sound of that. At least this Dark Adept Varese is as suspicious of him as I am. We might be able to use that to our advantage. Anything else?
I overheard Prince Naaman say he needed to prepare a complicated spell.
The letter from Dark Adept Varese said the staff's power would help enhance the plane meld. Maybe that's what he's working on. The prince sent for his loyalists. I don't think he trusts the worm cult. That seems to be common around this nest.
Can we use their distrust to turn them against each other?
Nothing will drive them apart faster. You need a disguise to enter the Citadel. After you look the part of a cultist, go through the large gates. Then you can ingratiate yourself to the Dark Adept Varese. Offer to do her a favor. Lighten her load.
Alright.
I'll wager they have Bone Lord armor and apprentice's clothes in this camp. Looking like a high-ranking necromancer is useful, but so is blending in with the underlings. And watch out for the dogs and lantern bearers. No disguise will fool them.
Which disguise would you use?
Pick the apprentice's clothes. No need to be flashy when you're trying to remain unnoticed.
True.
Of course, many of the eyes would go for the Bone Lords on principle alone. It's really a matter of taste. If this goes according to plan, you're going to work with both of them. I know what to expect from Prince Naaman. Gaining his trust won't be easy. If you already have the Dark Adept on your side, things might go more smoothly with the Prince. That's actually a good thing. The Prince likes to gloat when he feels strong emotions. If he hates you with the fiery passion I think he does, he won't kill you on sight. But we can deal with that problem after you gain the Dark Adept's trust.
Fair enough.
When are we going to get more vitrified souls from the prison?
This new shackle will surely speed up the plane.
How may I serve you, Bone Lord?
I don't rank high enough to wear any of this.
You must be the new Bone Lord. It's a good thing you arrived when you did. Our plans are progressing well, but we need all the help we can get to see the work here through to completion. Is there something I can do for you, Your Eminence? Everyone needs to talk to her. Dark Adept Varys' study is in the building on the left, but I doubt you'll be able to get inside to talk to her. You need a key. You've probably seen this with the leaders of other nests, but the Dark Adept is too important to let just anyone into her space. She only lets the people she trusts carry a key, like me. You really need to talk to her that badly? Well, if it's that urgent, I can loan you my key, but I just earned it. Take good care of it, please.
You're a little too quick to give.
Where are the inventory reports? Anyone?
New Bone Lord. Forgive me for not welcoming you. Between preparations for our shackle and catering to Prince Naaman's every whim, I have little time for the usual pleasantries. Unfortunately, most of the Order is ignorant of all the work I oversee.
Oh, you're one of those ambitious worms who can never crawl high enough through the ranks. What makes you think I would entrust any of my responsibilities to one such as you?
Sadly, I cannot disagree with that observation, and we desperately need more power for our shackle. Take these vitrified soul crystals to the prison in the east. Kill the prisoners to fill them, then find me outside the prison. Tell me, did you fill the vitrified soul crystals with life force from the prisoners?
No? Then respectfully,
Why are you still bothering me? I have pressing matters to attend to.
I do love playing with them before we take their souls. A Bone Lord? I assure you the prisoners are almost ready for soul extraction, and no need to trouble yourself down here. Of course, Bone Lord. I know it's been taking longer than she wanted, but the sessions of pain and suffering have started to show measurable results in the output of soul energy. We just need a little more Apologies, Bone Lord. We never intended to try anyone's patience. Did the Dark Adept read our report? The last prisoner's soul energy increased upon extraction by 1/8 of the thimble. Ah, I see you do not care. So, what can we do for you? Want to inflict a little pain and suffering of your own before we extract their souls? We completely understand. Enjoy, Bone Lord.
Never even asked any questions. Another trick. I see through your deception. Maybe now you will ask questions, try to get Stoneness secrets out of me. Do your worst. I will not talk.
You traitor! Scatter!
Out of here.
Stop shoring up the ruins until after the shackle is in place. Oh yes, you're the one I sent to the prisoners to fill vitrified soul crystals. Do you have what I need? Fast, reliable, and ambitious. Perhaps you are useful after all. We will demonstrate our progress at the amphitheater in the east soon. I want you to assist. You did not assemble the shackle, so your ignorance will be useful. I will see you there.
Oh, good. You're done with Dark Adept Varese. Come here. Hope you're not surprised to see me. I was never good at sitting still and resting up. It took a few moments to get bored after I wrapped the last of my injuries, so I found my own way inside the Citadel. How'd it go with the Dark Adept? That's better than I hoped for. Knowing that Dark Adept Varese will at least remember you favorably gives us a lot of room to work with after the next part of the plan. You need to gain Prince Naaman's trust too. I would do it myself, but he knows me too well. His chambers are through the door to our left. Now that I'm in the Citadel, I can help with whatever task he gives you, so find me when you're done. It's not ideal, but he might not recognize you through your disguise. If he does, change the nature of the conversation. Instead of proving your trustworthiness, lean into your ruthlessness. Let him know he can use you. He won't be able to resist.
I see they accept anyone into the Order these days.
Keep sweeping. There are centuries of grime in the grout.
Oh, hello.
You! I thought of this moment often. I dreamed of tracking you down and silencing the pleas for mercy as they flowed from your throat. Yet, here you are, my sister's champion, wearing the colors of the Black Worm. How times have changed. I said you were wearing their garb. I never said you were working with them. But even if you were, that would not be enough to save you from my ire. I will have my revenge. My greatest asset, you, my sister's faithful lackey, and yet you were surprisingly useful to my sister, almost doggedly so. If your morals have crumbled to the point where you joined this sorry lot, you could be useful. Possibly. I know a spy has infiltrated the fortress. Do not ask me for proof. We both know that even a well-trained simpleton can cause a lot of damage without being seen. Bring me the spy and I will consider letting you live.
You're still alive. I wasn't sure how badly death would affect Prince Naaman's self-control. How did the meeting go? Did he give you a task to complete? It was only a matter of time before Prince Naaman caught on to us. The good thing is that he hasn't connected you to the spy. We could dress someone in my clothes and give them my amulet from Queen Irene. Pass them off as an eye of the Queen. That actually sounded charming. You've got promise, but your technique could use some work. We can practice later. For now, find someone about my size and lead them to me. You need to isolate them before you knock them out. I'll handle the rest.
Saw you talking to Prince Naaman a little while ago. Dark Adept Varese disapproves of that sort of thing. That's cryptic. Please don't do that! He'll skin me alive! I'll follow you. Bruce? Oh no! What happened?
Well, well. Let's take a look at who you picked. She looks to be about the right size and build. Maybe a touch taller than me, but my clothes should fit her well enough. In a moment, we'll have a convincing Eye of the Queen to parade before Prince Naaman. Unfortunately not, which is why I wrote a letter to Dark Adept Varese. We'll wrap the letter around my official Eye of the Queen amulet, and you can stash them in the cultist's clothes. The prince can't ignore 3 pieces of evidence. To plant the seeds of suspicion. Prince Naaman was raised in a noble court. He believes everyone is out to betray him. It's his greatest fear. He won't question that Dark Adept Varese is working with the eyes of the Queen. We'll administer a potion that will impair her speech. Talk to her when she wakes up, and as soon as the potion starts working, take her to Prince Naaman. You'll bear the brunt of his questions, but she won't be able to disagree with you. She's a worm cultist. It's nice that you have room in your heart for compassion and mercy, but these are cold-blooded killers. She'd kill you in a heartbeat if your positions were reversed. Plant the letter and my amulet. We don't have time to waste. Who? The worm cultist? I had to do something to distract the cultist you chose. I'd say this was a fairly successful distraction. Don't lose sleep over his death. I may...
What happened? Whose clothes are these? My mouth tastes so strange. There was a body. And what happened to my clothes? I wasn't wearing this before, was I? My voice. My throat. It doesn't feel right. My throat hurts. Are we there yet?
I have been returned to the mortal plane for less than a fortnight, and already my sister sends her eyes to watch my every move. Can I go nowhere without meddling scrutiny? So, this is the spy. Are you certain it isn't one of the eye's tricks?
Be right back. Gotta use your wisdom. All right, we're back.
How did you manage it? I expected nothing less from you, but I expected more from her. If she is an eye of the Queen, my darling sister would never tolerate such shoddy observation skills. Something does not seem right here. I want to interrogate this supposed spy for myself. Kindly get out of my way and let me pry the truth from her lips. am of the same royal line as your queen. Tell me your mission here. Nothing? Silence protects no one. Search her. Glean what you can from her pockets. What did you find? Bring those here. This is outrageous! I was born for power, trained to lead my people into another age of prosperity. Yet every time I move to do that, my sister finds a way to snatch my birthright from me. If Dark Adept Varys was part of this, she will regret it. It's not what I'm going to do, it's what you are going to do. Kill the Eye of the Queen. Not in here? Do you have any idea how difficult it is to get a ruined citadel up to my standards? Take it to the room upstairs. It hasn't been cleaned yet. And bring me proof once it's done.
First you silence me, then you kill me? You don't have to do this. You could just let me go. I'll leave the Citadel. Leave the Worm Cult, I swear. I really don't want to die. No one will see me leave, I promise. Here, take this as proof that you killed me. I hope it's convincing.
Did you do as I asked, or should I prepare for yet another in a long line of disappointments? I see. Well, I suppose you can be useful to me after all. Leave me. I have much to consider. If Dark Adept Varys is involved in this plot against me, I need to prepare.
You still look alive. I'm beginning to think you have more luck than I do. How was your meeting with the ever-aloof prince? Did he believe our ruse? Don't worry. We'll break any remaining goodwill between the Dark Adept and the prince. I need you to steal something from the nearby loyalists. Something small but identifiable, like a dagger. Not kill someone, no, but you're close. We'll use it to turn the Dark Adept against Naaman and his loyalists. Destroying the prince's trust will be a little harder. He's clever. He won't believe anything unless he sees it with his own eyes. I have an imprinting crystal that you could use to make a record of a short conversation. If the prince sees me, a known eye, talking to Varys, that may work. Once you have a dagger, hide it near the tents upstairs and activate the crystal. Between the Dark Adept and the prince's need for control, I didn't expect this to go as well as it has. Get the dagger and record my interaction with Varys. We need that for this plan to come together. You infiltrated a worm cult nest. You earned the trust of two very powerful figures in that nest. Then you convinced Prince Naaman that an Eye of the Queen would let herself get captured. Even if I wasn't injured, that'd be a lot to ask of me. Right from under their noses. That's what I mean. We've already done so many things that stealing a disguise from the middle of their camp didn't even get noticed. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot left to do, but it's going well. Dark Adept Reese?
What is it?
What will happen to Prince Naaman after the spell works?
Eventually, the same thing that happens to anyone who is no longer useful.
But what about your agreement?
The agreement is a convenience, nothing more.
I talked as long as I dared, but that was as far as I could take that conversation without it looking suspicious. Did you capture it on the crystal? Good. I didn't want to think of a way to have that conversation again. Now, we need to hurry. Throw the crystal somewhere the Prince's loyalists will find it, and get to the shackle. You need to sabotage it before the demonstration. You don't need to do anything drastic. In fact, I prefer you keep this on the subtle side. Remove a few linchpins or disrupt the spells that make the plane meld possible. Just remember to plant the dagger you took from Naaman's loyalists. You don't need to search too hard to find the perfect spot to toss the imprinting crystal. Somewhere over there will do. Then you can get to the fun work. Not many can say they've sabotaged a worm cult shackle. In the amphitheater just up those stairs. With all the evil-looking mechanisms scattered around, I'm not surprised you had to ask. One thing I can say about these worm cultists is that their world-ending devices definitely look the part. Not exactly. I know it somehow pulls one world into another, but I don't need to totally understand it to keep it from working. Destroying a mechanism as complex as a shackle is not as difficult as getting it to work in the first place. Destabilizing something that big? It really won't take more than a few minor adjustments. After that, the shackle will break itself. If she's as clever as I think she is, the demonstration serves multiple purposes. She needs to confirm that nothing's gone wrong while they build this piece of the shackle, and the cultists would appreciate a success. On top of everything, they're dealing with the prince and his loyalists. The worm cult doesn't work well with anyone, especially not demanding high elf nobles. I wouldn't be surprised if tensions were high in this nest.
Speed up the plane meld.
stand the sounds coming out of the prison, or the smell.
Our work here will be the Prague Order.
Okay, why can't I do that for...
Prince's loyalists are so confused. They
No more delays. You there. Start the demonstration.
Oh boy.
What just happened?
Dark Adept! I found a loyalist dagger near the equipment!
What is the meaning of this? Your servants were ordered to stay far from our mechanisms.
You suspect my loyal subjects? They would never act without my orders.
So, you admit you were involved?
This is out of hand. Talk to me when you can be civil.
Gather in the northern cellar. Prince Naaman will pay.
We're close. Go to Prince Naaman. I'll keep an eye on the Dark Adept and meet you inside afterward.
I never trusted the prince, but this goes directly against our agreement. I will see that High Elf and all his followers dropped into the darkest pits of Cold Harbor. They ignore your fear of the Staff of Magnus and prepare for battle. Gather in the northern chamber of the cellar. We will purge the prince's loyalists from our fortress and make that traitor Naaman wish he'd stayed dead. Are you afraid? Don't be. The cowardly are better to us dead than alive, and I will not hesitate to add your life to our power. Steel yourself. Soon we rid this fortress of Naaman's presence.
Well, okay then.
Show me what it contains.
But what about your agreement?
The agreement is a convenience, nothing more.
Everywhere I go, there is always someone waiting to rip hope from my grasp. I thought Dark Adept Varese at least would hold to our agreement. But now I see such thinking was in error. Dig up those simpering worms and give them the death they so clearly long for. I'll start with the Dark Adept, but none of the black worms will be safe, not on this island. I have the power of the Staff of Magnus, and a second life's worth of rage. I know I can. If you decide to stand against me, I will not hesitate to unleash my carefully restrained fury on you as well. No one, not even the worm cult, gets to betray Prince Naaman and live. Neither of us are fools. We know the Stirk Fellowship is uprooting these necromancers. The worm cult will crumble even if I have to debase myself by working alongside others. I would even fight by your side, if you'd fight by mine. Think on it.
I don't believe my eyes. To think that the Dark Adept would stoop so low as to break her agreement with the Prince. No, I had to show Prince Naaman what I found right away.
Dark Adept Varese is preparing an attack against Naaman and his loyalists even as we speak. How about the Prince? Did he find the imprinting crystal? Perfect. If we can take the staff and use it to petrify Prince Naaman, we rid Nirn of one of the most power-hungry egotists to ever walk. The Staff of Magnus will be secure, and the worm cult will be crippled. Good way to end a mission. The shackle is already out of commission. They're not going to be able to fix it for a long time. Wait. Don't tell me you feel bad for Prince Naaman. Even if he swayed you, this is your moment to choose. Make a stand. Fight on the side of reason. And you believe him? You should know better than anyone how dangerous Prince Naaman can be. You're the one who killed him after all. Our realm is complicated enough without these cultists trying to destroy it every few seasons. I should have guessed they were the ones who stole the Staff of Magnus. At least getting it back from them is going to be fun. We don't need to fight all of them, just the ones standing between us and Prince Naaman. I hope the majority of his force is focused on Dark Adept Varese and her cultists. The Worm Cult? They still think we're on their side. Why would they attack us? By all means, stay alert, but I doubt the cult will be a threat for now.
No time to waste, let's go! We never should have brought you back!
No, you never should have betrayed me.
Attack him, quickly!
I don't need the staff to defeat you. No! This can't be!
A night never yields!
I will reopen, but I think I'll live. As I suspected, Prince Naaman and Death do not get along. He'll have a difficult time getting out of this stony cell. What? Turning two extremely evil mages against each other? Destroying their attempt at creating an enhanced shackle? Taking the Staff of Magnus literally out of the hands of a powerful prince? And saving untold lives? Yep, we did all that. After all we accomplished together, how could you not? Besides, after you found those letters from Prince Naaman and the Dark Adept, it was clear those two didn't trust each other. We just used what was already there to drive a wedge between them. We managed to turn two very powerful and very dedicated people against each other in very short order. The eyes of the Queen are lucky to have a friend like you. I'll trade you the Staff of Magnus for the payment I owe you. There's still a lot to do on this island before things return to normal, but you helped me wrestle the Staff of Magnus away from Prince Naaman. That's good progress towards righting the wrongs of the worm cult. Take it back to Auradon and see what the Queen wants me to do with it. She might give it back to the Mages Guild, but she'll probably have me return it to the vaults. I'm not sure. I could head to Sunport and just send a message to the Queen, ask her what she wants me to do with Prince Naaman, or I could check in with Razam Dar and see how his mission is going. For the moment, sure, but I have a feeling she'll want to keep an eye on her brother, just in case. I'll leave him here if that's the Queen's wishes, but I bet he'd look really good in the palace gardens.
Greetings, my lord. Kraz is happy to see a familiar face in his blue room. Kraz presumes Princess I sent you? This one is grateful for the assistance. These damnable soul flayers are like glass bottles full of kindle pitch. Your first misstep around them will be your last. Not yet. When someone wanders too close, they release a pulse of necrotic energy, killing the body and harvesting the soul. Ugh. Still, Raz noticed something odd. Smoke in the western part of the ruins. A camp, he thinks. Who else but the worm cult would be in this place? Perhaps the cultists are not quite finished setting up their defenses. Or maybe they are guarding something there. Either way, it calls for a closer look. What do you think, Five Claw? Here, this one will mark the spot on your map. Look for the smoke when we get close, yes? Raz is grateful for your company, Five Claw. Cultists and Daedra patrol these ruins. It is unwise to travel alone.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Gotta go take my dog out. She needs to go outside. You need to go potty? You have to go potty, honey? Sorry guys, that took longer than I expected. Got to talking with one of the neighbors while taking the dog outside. But we should be back. Checking to see where my dog is. Okay. Can we avoid the soul flares to reach the site where you saw the smoke?
The heaviest concentration of the flares is within the inner precinct or up on the walls. Stay alert, and you can spot them before you get too close. But we must be careful. Some flares are hidden among the ruins or positioned around corners. Raz learned the hard way. First, a chill runs along the back of your neck. Then a horrible, racking pain ripples through your body. If you are quick, you can retreat before the flare rips out your soul. So far, Raz has been quick.
I haven't seen you in a bit. What have you been doing while I was rescuing Venice?
Rescued Vanus? Nice work! Prince Azad discovered this one's usefulness as a scout and spy. While you were busy, Raz occupied himself with searching this side of the island for worm cult activity.
What did you find?
There are low-ranking worm cultists everywhere, but few leaders or major outposts besides Gristmon Hold. Raz thinks most of the important cultists have withdrawn behind Monaril's walls. They are
Oops, didn't mean to cut him off.
Let's get out there. What does it say?
My instructions on how to make the soul flare diffuse the defenses impenetrable were quite clear. So how do I see grazing outside? See deer grazing inside our walls. Am I to assume you have been busted by hungry animal? I remind you that the soul flares must be carefully tuned to maintain the system of the pet. Deer was spotted west of your camp. Find a flaw in our defenses and make the necessary adjustments. I will not give you the chance to remedy or your oversight a second time.
Flaw in their defenses? Where do you find this flaw?
Check the deer to damage portion of wall near an older Guardian statue. It is just low enough for deer to stumble over. I went to observe that the deer got past the soul flare as soon as the dust fell. More deer appeared. They approached the flare and passed right through the death field. Plan was examine the malfunctioning flare and adjust or reactivate the necrotic pulse as necessary. I also want to take a closer look at the statue. It appears similar to the local stone nest construction, but much older. Perhaps old as simple. I will finish my report as soon as I complete the work. Acolyte Sherlock.
Another letter. Does it explain what happened here? The only soul flare Raz sees is above us, beyond the crack in the wall. Did this cultist walk into the death field and tumble down here? Yet if the device worked well enough to kill her, how did the deer pass by unscathed?
The cultist report indicates they were curious about the stone nest statue. Could it be involved?
Raz knows that statues are not always just statues, and that one does not look like it belongs here. But a stone nest warrior made of stone next to a crack in the wall of an old Daedric ruin? This one wonders.
I saw these before. Those Corona Guardians, living statues, but this one is bigger than the others.
Living statues? Ah, this one walked here then. But Raz thinks it walks no longer. Still, the old magic that gave this Voskrona life must linger in some way, and it interferes with the soul flayers. There must be some way we can use this.
Sure, we can just give each fellowship soldier a statue to carry and we sneak right through.
Ha! Raz likes the way you think, but he must point out the flaw in your idea. While the deer survived, the cultists did not. The statue's protection is either limited or unreliable. Raz would feel silly if he died lugging around the statue.
I guess we better keep looking then.
Raz thinks so too. We need to learn more about this statue. Our Stone Nest allies must know something. It certainly appears to be one of theirs, yes? Peter?
can plainly see a question upon your tongue, mainlander. I prepared my villagers and Barjossa for interment in the stone. You did not come to hear me complain, did you? Speak your question.
There's a large Voskrona near Morniril. It seemed to negate power of the soul flare death field.
The Voskrona Colossals. My ancestors sent them against Morn. Rill in the distant past. I thought nothing remained of those statues but the unliving stone. You remind me that this is not the first time we face necrotic enemies who steal souls.
Not the first time? What are you talking about?
Long ago, my people were called upon to battle a terrible evil in Morniril. They made the Voskrona for that purpose. Down through the ages, evil has returned from time to time. Most recently, when the Corellanias came to plunder Morniril's secrets.
So these Voskrona Colossals can protect us from the Soul Flare death field? Sorry, I was moving.
You ask about old stories, tales for kin fresh out of the egg. I cannot say how many are true. This is a question for a wise elder. Luckily, I know one. Meet me in the caves at Basking Stone to the southwest. We will find Sonasa there.
Okay.
Sonasa has taken refuge in the hills to the southwest. The caves of Basking Stone have protected my people in the past. Although it has been centuries since we needed them as we do now. Hopefully, the Elder will have the answers you seek.
I encountered Voskrona guardians that seemed alive. What's wrong with the one at Morniril?
You ask of things I was not taught as a death dancer. I assume many of the Voskrona around Morniril were damaged or destroyed in battle. I suspect any intact Colossals are simply inert, having fulfilled their purpose long ago.
What was their purpose?
Who knows? All I can tell you is that Voskrona do not stir without a purpose. If these Voskrona are still, no purpose remains to move them. Perhaps they simply completed whatever they were sent to Morniril to do long ago.
You said the Corellanians plundered Morniril's secrets when?
Long ago. Hundreds of years? Thousands? My people do not bother to count the seasons as others do. How do you sit by the river and count the stones along its bank? I suppose you would say it happened sometime in the First Era.
What Corellania's looking for?
Power. What else? The Corellanias who first came here were necromancers. They sought Daedric relics, hidden secrets, forbidden weapons. My people told them to avoid Morniril, but the elves were driven by dark ambitions. They ignored our warnings.
What happened?
Our stories tell of how the Stone Nest people fought back. Our elders know those tales better than I do, but I've heard that, in the end, the Corellania's ambitions consumed them. Those who live in Sunport now are a lesser but wiser house.
next time. Oh, wait.
Did someone...
Ah, Mainlander. Deetra waits for you below.
Deetra told us to watch for you. You may pass.
Elder Tsonasa, my ally has questions about the long vigil.
Those stories are not meant for outsiders, Jitra. But I have heard tales of this one. I will speak with the Mainlander. You wish to hear of the long vigil? The legend says we did not come to Solstice by accident. Long ago, we were guided here. In exchange for our new home, we were entrusted with a sacred mission to guard the world's soul against the final dark.
Guard the world's soul, what does that mean?
These attacks by the Daedric realms are not new. It is said our ancestors armored their spirits in stone. They created the Vaskrana to resist death magic, so they could seal the Forbidden Vein and deprive it of souls.
In stone, the Vaskrana Colossus.
Indeed. They set the Colossals to watch over Mornoril forever. The long vigil. Alas, the secret to awaken them is lost. We carved our memories in stone, but the obelisk of the long vigil crumbled centuries ago. All that remains are the legends.
No one remembers how to wake the Vaskrana Colossal?
There are two sides to every story. Long after our ancestors first sealed Mornoril, they had to fight off Corellania forays. Elven records of those troubled times reside in the library of the Sea and Sword Lodge. You
very well
could seek your answers there. It is ironic. The words we carved in stone and committed to our hearts are now lost to us. But Corellania scholars with ink and fragile parchment may have preserved something we did not. Look for the lodge in the mountains to the west.
What happened when the Vaskrana attacked Mornoril?
I am not the keeper of that story. I know only what I heard recited long ago, when I was but newly hatched. But as I heard it, our people were told to make warriors of stone when we first came to Solstice, an army to face the final dark. Our ancestors marched against Mornoril, a terrible battle against the Daedric legions of Molag Bal ensued. Many Stone Nest warriors fell, and many Vaskrana were destroyed. But some reached the forbidden place, the Wraith Forge.
What happened then?
The Wraith Forge was banished, torn from the very rock in the heart of Mornoril. Some say the Vaskrana destroyed it. Others say Molag Bal took it into his realm to preserve it. No one remembers the exact details now.
Is this all that's left of the Stone Nest people?
I do not think so. Many of our people have been killed, yes. But Basking Stone is not our only refuge. There are other places of safety, hidden throughout the stone of Eastern Solstice. Whole villages may have found shelter in them.
Then isn't there a chance elders who know about Vosgrona survived somewhere else?
Alas, no. 2 elders carried the tale of the Vosgrona, and I knew them both. They died when the worm cult first occupied our land, victims of the senseless slaughter. We are lessened by their deaths, but we are not defeated yet.
All right.
I know someone at the Elven Library. I will meet you there, Mainlander. We will remind the corpse stealers that our vigil is not yet done.
Good hunting, Death Dancer. I will listen to the stone and see if more can be remembered. Traveler, a word, please. Oh, the pain. You're a good soul, stopping to aid the injured. If only you had been with us. Those vile bear lizards killed Golvini. There was no time. Curses! I barely managed to bury her as my own wounds slowed me down.
You need help with your injuries?
Bandages won't heal my aching heart. I'm only alive because of my friend's sacrifice. I must finish this hunt for her. Please, you must help me kill those bear lizards. I need to collect their scales. I'll even pay you.
Why do you need bear lizard scales?
Because the Idahara merchant house in Sunport pays very well for them. Golvini's traps are flawless, but the creatures attacked before we could finish setting the bait. If you plant this bait and draw them to her traps, that would be grand.
Alright, where are Golvini's traps?
We set the traps up ahead. Look for flying sparks. Just place the bait near the traps, but don't go exploring. The pack's still prowling around, and my heart would burst if you fell prey to those beasts too.
Okay. I don't imagine this quest is gonna take terribly long.
Oh, you're safe and well. With good news too, I hope. Quickly, friend, tell me, did you place the bait? Did the traps work as wonderfully as Golvini claimed they would? You did! Many thanks to you, friend. Rest assured, Golvini will rest more easily because of your actions. Now I'll go see about collecting the bear lizard scales. Oh, I love this part. A reward. Fair payment for honest work. Whatever you call it, I'm just glad everything worked out. I thought this hunt was doomed, friend, but you're a hero.
Though I assumed heroes cared little for gold. Even heroes must eat, I suppose. Unfortunately, this is all I can spare. Between losing my partner and the expenses that go along with that, I'll barely break even as it is. Still, it was a pleasure working with you. If you ever need an experienced hunter, look me up in Sunport.
Well, that was a very quick mission.
You have my thanks. The merchant house will be quite pleased with this haul. There's still a shame about Golvany. Her traps were her life. At least she died doing what she loved. I'll see her portion of our payment is used well. Only what she would have wanted. We had an agreement to pool resources and expand my hunting business. I'd hire hunters and manage contracts, and she'd hand over the schematics to her unique and innovative trap designs. It would have been perfect. What? No, of course not. It's my business and mine alone. I plan to give her a portion of this job's gold as payment, plus a bit extra, and she agreed to relinquish her schematics. Perhaps her ailing mother knows where they are. Oh, where has this day gone? Speaking of my business, I really must be getting back to it now. Friend, Golvany's at peace. You have your gold. Let it go. I have bear lizards to skin and an ailing mother to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Careful, Daedra. We must reach the library in the southern section of the complex. This tunnel was not here before. What have the Daedra done?
Stendarr was with us in that fight.
That door leads to the library, but it appears locked. They kept a key in the study hall to the north. That should unlock the door to the library. There, down below. Tendencie the librarian. This way.
Stay back, Daedra. I will not warn you again. Oh, I am glad to see Jeetra alive after all the recent troubles. We have collaborated before, but it has been some time. And as I'm sure you noticed, the lodge is not safe. What brings you here?
We're looking for records on Corellanian's expedition to Mournrill. Do you have any?
A dark and dangerous subject, I fear. We keep books of that sort hidden. You could search these shelves for years to no avail. We do not want to tempt anyone to repeat the mistakes of the past. What exactly do you hope to find?
The ancient stoners people left work